Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow. Tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Picks up the first down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Mobley. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, talking this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Gets rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs.
Blue, 22, Blues, go!
Looking for room, it's Mobley. Across the 15. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Trying to run, it's Mobley. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Puts it out of the air. Touchdown, Notre Dame! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Pulls it, fired, complete.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Mobley. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. Got enough for the first. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Running inside, it's Mobley.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Offense changing the play. Here's Carr to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Flying down the left side. The 20. He's at the and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Carr unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Brown wants to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The run inside. It's Cobb. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Under fire. Outside the pocket. Lets it go. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the tight end is a guy that this offense is going to look for on 3rd downs. He ran a good route. He got his depth. He got his head around. He's just got to make the play.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here come the Irish back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Makes a grab over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good right down the boulevard. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Young. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense set on 1st down. Snap it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Throwing. Carr. Finds his man. It's Walton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The run inside. It's Walton. Maybe a crease. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without... And into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Nice.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Notre Dame's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening. As the defense comes up with a big play.
And they choose to be aggressive. First play coming out, airing the football out, and the defense was absolutely not field. Nice job having discipline, being ready for the pass on the very first play, breaking on the football, and getting the juice early. The momentum on your side, making the first big play of the football game.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time. Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Fights off the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. On the ground, it's Mobley. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. And send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Rush is on him. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math.
Touchdown, Irish! A great catch and run for 6.
And he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Breaks into the open. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. On 1st down, here comes this offense. The play-action fake. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. The give on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Singleton. And the defense drags him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Inside the 35. There's a crease. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled his way into the end zone.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Mobley. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Caught in the backfield, it's Mobley. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Direct snap. Got enough for the first. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He'll poke. There he goes. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the red zone, it's Mobley. There's some room. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Snap it to the back. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And he puts through the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Singleton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Brown will throw it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. Then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
On the run, it's Mobley. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Makes the catch, it's Flanagan. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Play fake, Carr. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Direct snap. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
Listen, you got... what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. No sign of the field goal team. They'll go for it on 4th and short from the 28. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Setting up the screen. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior. They decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away, but the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
He's got him. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed along the sideline, and he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. With Bryson Washington. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Carr. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The lone back's got it. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Mustangs, looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in South Bend. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nimrod. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Brown will throw it. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Running inside. It's Walton. Makes it past the marker. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Could be an alley. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that 2-point conversion attempt goes awry. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they reels it in down the left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Now the play fake. Got him downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Grab behind the line. It's Kane. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Brown wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Irish. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
He'll start the return inside his 5. So here comes the Auburn offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Wants to fire on second down. He's going to fire deep. Finds a man in the middle. Open spaces at the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers!
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Mobley. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the inside give. Here's a little room there. The 30. Past the 20. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Brown will throw it. Got his man on the outside. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Run.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Singleton. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Brown wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. run in the red zone. It's Cobb. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Off play action. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. On the move, it's Walton. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run.
Maybe some room here. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. Picks up the 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the lines. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Snap it to the back. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Brown will throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Here comes the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the backboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is a tough time for...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. This offense has it with really good field position. Direct snap. Can't get him to the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll go with a direct snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.